thank you. We're going to begin our first question. Caitlin will be to your right, standing in the back row.
Hey, what's up?
What's going on? Megan McEwen, Big Ten Network. Congratulations, first off. Now that you're officially the #1 pick, what about your game do you feel like is going to translate best over to the W and specifically in Indiana?
Yeah, I think the biggest thing is definitely my passing. I think that's at times kind of what gets overlooked in my game. I think I think the scoring and the long shots is what everybody falls in love with. And then obviously going to an organization that has, in my eyes, one of the best post players in the entire world. That's my point guard eyes just light up at that. And obviously Aaliyah's been one of my teammates before. So I'm excited. I can't wait. But yeah.
DJ, you can go ahead.
This question's for Caitlin. Last game in Dallas, Natasha Howard blocked you late, which sealed the game.
Who's going to start?
Tonight, though, you were able to finish at the paint at will, in addition to just getting into the lane to penetrate. Could you speak on this matchup as to why you were so able and so effective tonight?
I don't think I was that effective, honestly. I thought more than anything, I did a really good job of passing the ball. Finding my teammates on, open rolls, slips. I found Lou a couple times for a couple threes. I don't know. I mean, I think I got in the paint. Obviously, I would have liked to make a couple more threes, but sometimes that's how you shoot it. I thought Liz was really good. I thought Grace Berger came in and played really well. But yeah, it was fun to get back out there, and I thought we really responded after we kind of had a slow start. And obviously, we don't want to have slow starts, but it's good to see us be able to respond and take the lead back and grind it out to the end.
I'm going to piggyback and say she was effective, pushing the ball, getting paint touches, a lot of assists for us. Like, everybody's going to focus on the scoring aspect, but she's getting her teammates open. She's getting us open shots and letting us get to the rim. So everybody's so focused on her, it's giving us open opportunities, and she's passing the hell out the ball. So.
Yeah, I don't like sitting around all day. It kind of stinks. Like, I just want to get out there and play. We don't need shoot-arounds. We don't need that. Like, just go out and play. And honestly, it's different. I was telling my teammates in the locker room, was like, at Iowa, like, we would just show up like an hour and a half before. We kind of warm up a little bit and just head out there for the game. Like, we got here like 2 hours and 15 minutes before. I got plenty of time to sit and think about it. So, but no, I mean, this is exciting. This is fun. Like, the atmosphere, you can already tell, like, there's just a different buzz in the air. And that's what women's basketball should be. So I'm excited. For sure. Like, Sabrina was definitely somebody, like, I remember buying the Pac-12 network because, like, as we know, the Pac-12 network, we're not even sure if it's a real thing. It's not a real thing anymore. But in high school, it was hard to find in the Midwest. So we found it, though. But she was definitely somebody, like, I loved watching. And obviously, Oregon recruited me. So when I went on my visit there, like, Sabrina was around the whole time, and you just got to see how genuine of a person she was, on top of being the best basketball player in America. And I think just the way she took Oregon to become a powerhouse, like, obviously that's something I loved, and that's something I wanted to do at Iowa. And she continued to support me throughout my college career, like, was always reaching out and congratulating me and being really supportive. So and her shoe is pretty comfortable, I will say that too. So it's cool getting to go up against her and somebody that I idolize, and obviously Vandersloot, like, somebody that's just been a staple in this league and has been tremendous and one of the best point guards of all time. So for me, it's definitely like a little excitement for sure, even though I'm competing against them.
Go Pepper, then we'll go M.
Hi, girl. It's good to see you. I want to switch it up a little bit. I've been loving seeing your pregame fits. How has your style evolved recently?
Jeez, girl, you're coming with the hard-hitting ones. I think it's been fun. Honestly, like, I try to switch it up, kind of what I'm wearing and what I'm doing. Whether it's a little more casual or a little more fancy, I think you'll see it kind of switch up over the course of the season. It's a little different. Usually I just show up in my sweatpants and my slides. So, but no, it's been fun. And hopefully it only keeps getting better. You can judge them and get back to me. Let me know how they are. Okay. I trust you.
I've been loving it so far.
Okay,
and
good.
One more is just how
there's been a lot of discourse around your rise in popularity, even before college. And I was wondering if you had recently seen Aja Wilson's comments about that and if you had a reaction to that.
I have not seen her comments.
She just
but
essentially
honestly,
said to the AP that it was there's a race element in her eyes, and I was wondering if that's something that even comes across your mind.
Yeah, I think there's opportunities for every single player in women's basketball. I think the more opportunities we can give across the board, that's what's going to elevate women's basketball. It doesn't need to be just one or two players, and I think that even goes back to college. Like, I think the parity in women's basketball is what's making more people want to come and watch it. And I think the more we can spread the love, show people, show their talent, show their teams, that's just going to continue to elevate it. So I think that's the biggest thing. I've had a lot of fun, being in the spotlight and helping grow this game and move it forward, and that's what I'm going to continue to do. But I think I know firsthand how talented this league is, whether it was me as a young kid or whether it's me now playing here, like how many talented players are in this league. And the more we can share the love, the better this league's going to be.
All right. Thank you, everybody.
Hi, Jennifer Porty from Let's Talk Women in Basketball. Which player are you looking forward to playing with or against this season?
Definitely Aaliyah Boston. Come on now. And I think also Erica Wheeler, like a vet, somebody that's been in the league a long time, somebody that is in the organization, has been in the league, understands what it's about, somebody that I can lean on. I'm 22 years old and I don't have all the answers in the world. This is something new to me. This is a new challenge. And that's something I'm excited for. But having those type of people around me to lean on and ask questions, or when things get hard, to be there for me. So I think, those two for sure. Yeah.
So specifically, Melissa, what's it like playing with Caitlin? Does she help your game? Is she helping expand your game? Like seeing the floor a little
Hell
bit more
yeah,
clearly?
it's been great.
Yeah.
Thanks, Liz.
It's been great. Like I said, she spreads the floor for us. A lot of people are going to just focus on her. So it gives us opportunities, just show everybody that can score the ball. So, I'm excited. We got a lot more years together.
And inverse of that question, Caitlin, for you, is this what you expected coming into the WNBA?
Yeah, I think it's what I expected. I think the biggest thing for me is just like continuing to stack days and continue to learn. Learn in the first game, learned here. But like I said, like the turnaround's quick. We're going to play 7 games in 12 days. We're traveling, we're on the road a lot. So there's no time to mess around. You better be ready to go. But, this is the challenge I signed up for, and I'm excited. That's what it's going to be. Some nights are going to be really great. Some nights are going to be learning opportunities for myself and our entire group. So that's what makes it fun. But we're ready for it. Like in a way of like, I need to score? Oh, hey, that would be great. I think I think my time in college, it was like, I had to do that for my team. And I think now being on the professional level, it's like seeing how I can impact the game, maybe even if like it's not an assist or it's not a basket, just the attention I'm drawing, whether I'm standing in the corner and they can't help off me, just like the little things that you learn that are definitely not showing up in a box score, and probably a lot of people watching aren't even noticing. But when you go back and watch the film with your coaches, it's like, this is making an impact on the game. So I think it's the little things. I don't put pressure on myself to score a bunch of points. I think that's just going to come. But at the same time, I know this team's going to need me to score. So it's finding that balance. But also they're going to need me to pass and facilitate and organize the offense and organize our group. And sometimes that's, obviously a little different as a rookie. Like you got to find your voice coming in here. And I think that's been something I've been trying to navigate. But yeah, I don't feel much pressure to score. I also didn't feel much pressure to score in college, and I still did it anyway. So.
Stay in the front row.
Kate, I'm Lauren Moss from WNDU in South Bend, but I'm a Hawkeye. So thank you for everything you've done for the university. I have a little video from some of your friends at the Children's Hospital that I've been working on. I would love to show you. Do you mind?
Sure. How long is it?
30 seconds.
Okay.
Sorry. If you want to hit play.
Oh, cute. Too bad you can't all see it.
Sorry, guys.
Aw. Oh. He didn't want to say good luck to me. Oh, that's cute. Oh, that's very sweet of you. I appreciate that. I like that. That's amazing.
Yeah. Hawks.
You got to get the dogs in there next time too. The therapy dogs. Those are my boys.
You talked about waiting around, and wanting just this night to get here. Just what was it like? What was going through your mind as you did walk out on the court for warm-ups and began to warm up? What are you kind of thinking about?
I was like, oh my gosh, how is the 90-minute clock not started? That's what I was thinking. But I think just, I don't know, like I said, there's just a buzz in the air. I was just excited to get on the court. I was waiting in the locker room for my court time. I'm like, come on, is it my turn to warm up yet? I'm just ready for the game. I think I'm ready for this moment. No matter how it goes, great, good, bad, whatever it is, this is a first for me. It's a great learning opportunity. and you only get your first WNBA game one time, so you better make the most of it and soak in every single second because I'm never going to get this opportunity again. So that's always what I try to tell myself is like take a deep breath, look around, enjoy the environment, and I think that's gonna go a long ways for me as this game starts. Yeah, I think obviously the course of the last few weeks has been pretty insane in my life. The last 2 months, playing basketball as long as I possibly could in my college career, and then went home for a couple days. I got off the plane when we landed in Iowa City. I drove directly back home, had my mom cook me a meal, and then I drove back to Iowa City the next day. We had our celebration, and then I flew to LA, flew to New York, and now I'm here sitting at the stage. But I think the biggest thing is like I'm just very lucky to be in this moment, and all these opportunities and these things, they're once in a lifetime. And when things might get tiring or you have to do stuff, I think the biggest thing is to look at it as just like an opportunity. This isn't something everybody gets to do. It's once in a lifetime, and just trying to soak in every single experience because I know how quick of a turnaround it is, and I have a lot of people helping me. And then obviously Aaliyah Boston, I mean, there's so much you can say about her. Rookie of the year, in my eyes, one of the best players in the league. And like I said, like as a point guard, like my biggest job is like, I'm just feeding Aaliyah the ball every single game. That's what I'm going to do. I'm going to go in there and be like, hey, go make a layup. She's going to make my life easy. But she's incredible. But the thing I love about her is like, she's just a great person. Like she loves the game. She knows the game. She supports the game. And she has a smile that affects a lot of people and brings a lot of joy to people when they watch her. So I can't wait to be her teammate again.
Caitlin, I know it's only been a couple of weeks, but how have you been able to balance the responsibilities that you have off the court? I mean, you're talking to us, 3 times today?
Yeah, I mean, that's crazy. I love you guys, but woo! I think we need to cut that back. Maybe Kathy can help me out.
You got that, Ryan?
Yeah.
Yeah, we're talking about it.
But how have you tried to balance those responsibilities with what you're here to do, what you're paid for?
Yeah, like this is my job. Like it is my responsibility. So I think it's just something you accept, and it comes with it for every single player, whether you're talking to the media or not. Like this is something we all have to do, and other players around the league are doing it too. So it's the same for everybody. And at the same time, like I'm lucky, and for me this is fun. You guys keep it fun. I mean, I feel like everything about my life at this point. Like I don't know what more there is to say, but I guess like for me, like basketball is my main priority, and all this kind of just comes with it. But yeah, I think more than anything, like this is just your job. It's your responsibility, just like all of you and your jobs and your responsibilities. It goes the same for me.
And then finish with Alexa.
Yeah, I know back in Indy you talked about like the zoo and maybe wanting to go to the zoo. I guess through your first week as a pro, have you done anything fun away from basketball? Watched any good shows? Taken your mind off in a way that is enjoyable? Or,
I'm about to move into my apartment, so I'm moving out of a hotel, so that's fun. Yeah.
I went to a few Pacers games.
I went to a few Pacers games. Those were fun. Shout out the Pacers. Hopefully they beat the Knicks. Sorry if any of you are Knicks fans. But yeah, other than that, not really.
Hey, Caitlin, you made it work with the New York Times. How's the filming been for the ESPN documentary with Omaha? And like, do you think that'll help get people to watch the WNBA more to get like behind the scenes look?
Absolutely. And I'm actually an executive producer on the show, which has been kind of fun for myself. And when Peyton Manning reached out, obviously it's his production company, I was a little skeptical at first, but I was like, I don't know if I really want to let people into my life like that. I've never really done it. But the way this year has unfolded, the way obviously Camilla and Kiki, the seasons that they had, I mean, you can't script it any better. It's been absolutely incredible for women's basketball. And if you're a women's basketball fan or you're not a women's basketball fan, I encourage you to watch the show when it comes out. I've seen bits and pieces. It's absolutely amazing. It really allows you to understand the student athlete for way more than just a basketball player. And I think that's really important. I think that's going to allow, fans of the W, fans of college to really, understand what they go through, but love them even more for who they are and what they do and what they're about. So I'm excited for everybody to see it, and it's been a special project.
Like I said, she pushes the pace for us. She gets the ball where it needs to be. If you run the floor, you got to look up because the ball is coming. So I say that, we could spread the floor, everybody could score, and she's looking to pass us the ball. So I say that's the biggest thing for us.
The first row on the right.
Yeah, Caitlin, hi. You seem pretty relaxed out there. I was just wondering, how you would describe your mood and if it's any different than any other big moment, big game that you've had previously.
I feel like a little kid. Like I just feel like really excited more than anything. Like I don't really get nervous. Like I don't get like anxious. Like I just get like a giddy excited feeling. Like I'm just can't wait for the moment to be here and just go out there and play the game and have a lot of fun. You know, to me, like it's just a game. Like, you know, if we walk away without a win tonight and we know we did everything right to get better and, you know, you have a quick turnaround, you get to play again on Thursday. Like that's what this league is. Like you can't just, you know, dwell on one loss. Obviously our goal is to go out there and win and dominate in all areas, but I think our group knows like if we go out there and play the way we should for 40 minutes, we're going to get the result we want, but we're also going to get a lot better. So for me, like it's just basketball. Like that's what I try to remind myself, and that's what Coach Christie says too. Like this is basketball. Like don't overthink it. Just go have fun. And you know, we know a lot of eyeballs are on it. We know a lot of people are going to be here. It's a sellout. I think they're first since 2003. So how lucky are we? Embrace the moment and go take it.
Just curious about, you know, all the sponsorships you've had and all the NIL deals. How do you plan to maximize this business opportunity now that you are a professional basketball player in the WNBA? How do you plan to carry that on? And also, what has been the biggest piece of business advice that somebody has given you going into this next phase in your basketball career?
Honestly, like if I'm being completely honest, I feel like it doesn't change a ton from how I lived my life over the course of the last year. Sponsorships stay the same. The people around me, you know, agents and whatnot have been able to help me and guide me through the course of the last year. And I don't know if I would be in this moment if it wasn't for a lot of them. And my mom has done a lot. My dad has done a lot. So I think that's just the biggest thing of, you know, the advice I would say is just like lean on the people around you. Like I don't have to do every single thing. And I think at the same time, like in college, I always said like, my main focus is on basketball. That's why I've had every other opportunity in my life is because of the way I carry myself, the way I play the game. And going into my professional career, I plan to do the same exact thing. Is like my focus is solely on basketball. You know, being the best I can. I don't have to do school anymore. That's pretty exciting. I do have to get my degree. I graduate on May 14th, but other than that, you know, my 110% focus is on basketball. And, you know, when I do that really well and carry myself really well, everything kind of just takes care of itself. Yeah, I mean, honestly, like I never feel like I'm ever in a shooting funk. Like they either go in or they don't. Like I don't lose my confidence. Like I never thought that until you said that, but thanks for letting me know.
In particular, I was courtside for your former teammate Kate Martin the other night. Have you got to enjoy your fellow rookies?
Honestly, it's hard because I'm traveling a lot and playing and practicing. I've tried my best to keep up on things that I can, and I wasn't watching the Aces game at the time. I was following on my phone. I think I got on my phone when it was halftime, and Kate had texted me the day before and told me that she was going to play and get in because Coach had told her. So I was just really happy for her. And like everything that Coach Hammond says about Kate is just so true and something that I've known over the course of my 4 years at Iowa. She's just a great leader, a great person, somebody that's going to do a lot of the dirty work. You know, she's not worried about herself. She's worried about what she's going to do to make the team better. So I'm just really happy for Kate. I'm jealous you were courtside to watch her play in her first game. But it'll be fun to play against her on Friday. And, you know, probably going to have to poke a little fun at her on the court. So hopefully she guards me or something.
Thank you.
All right. Thank you, everybody.
10,000 plus,
Saw that.
deposits for season tickets. The excitement's high, kind of riding this, wave that certainly with the W. Just seeing that the league is now kind of capitalizing on that and expanding to major markets like San Francisco Bay Area, to Toronto. How significant is that to the story of what the WNBA is experiencing right now?
Yeah, I think it's obviously super important right now. I think just the steps that this league has taken even over the course of the last year, obviously announcing that expansion team, announcing the Toronto expansion team, the charter flights. You know, I think the CBA, we can opt out of the CBA after this year, if I'm not mistaken. I think just all those things, like you're really going to see this league continue to evolve over the course of the next couple of years and probably really change and become, you know, even better in a lot of different ways. And I think that's really good. You know, I've been somebody that's supported this league ever since I was a young girl. Now being a part of it, it's something special, and I want to continue to help it continue to grow forward. But, you know, I think playing women's college basketball and then coming to the pros, you know how much talent there is out there. And then obviously coming here, there's less than 144 spots in this league. So I think expansion is, you know, only going to help increase the awareness of our game, obviously get into more markets. I mean, that's absolutely incredible. 10,000 season ticket deposits. Like, I don't think people realize how, insane that is. I mean, I don't know if any team across the league has that many season ticket deposits. So, I'm just happy and, hopefully it continues to expand. Past just even those two teams, I think there's even more room to grow, in that regard.
Any place like the Bay Area with its history of icons coming from the college basketball world and what what Coach Vanderveer has been there. Anything come to mind about the idea of professional basketball finally having a place in the Bay where a team like Stanford has been so good for so long? Cal's on the rise with Sherman Smith, and SF has always done tremendous things. I mean, it's a great legacy.
Yeah, I think it's a great place for a women's basketball franchise. Obviously, what Tara was able to do at Stanford and just the excitement around women's basketball in that area, I think is absolutely incredible. And then obviously, the Chase Center and what the Warriors were able to do, like, it's just a great place to put women's basketball. I think it's going to be well supported. Obviously, you see that with the season ticket deposits, but just the people in the community that, are excited about it even before we ever had a WNBA franchise going there. Like, they loved women's basketball before they got a franchise. So I couldn't really think of a better place to put a team. And, I think their team colors are also pretty cool. So people, yeah, not too bad. Not as good as the Fever, but it's up there. It's up there. Yeah, I think for sure. Like, I think the more, across the board the WNBA can grow, the better it will be. I never feel like it's like a competition of like, we need to beat the men. Like, that's never what it is. I think it's just like, we can be on the same level that they've been at, whether it's the college level, whether it's the professional level. I never think it's like a competition of we need to be better. Like, it's a, why can't we be up there, right there with them? Our game is just as exciting, and I think it'll obviously get to that point. I think our talent level is just becoming more and more. Obviously, expansion is going to help and be great. The more we play on national television will be great. But yeah, the more Fever gear we can get across the country, the better. Why not? Let's go. I think we should give it out for free.
Oh boy. We got one more in the back there.